Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to you brothers out there that's listening and learning, supporting the ministry, and to the sisters as well. I just want to respond again to this terror attack which occurred outside of a London mosque last night, in the late hours last night or early morning hours. I believe personally it was a natural attack, so to speak, meaning it wasn't set up. I believe it was genuinely some angry Edomites, some vengeful Edomites who've had enough of these extreme Islamic extremist psyops who decided to take the law, so to speak, into their own hands. And it ain't nothing new, because there's been quite a few what they call it, hate crimes or Islamophobic crimes here and there, but it's never really made the mainstream, where women with hijabs getting beat up and whatever the case may be. You know how these devils roll, but this one is a major event, and obviously the media are going to take it, they're going to run with it, and they're going to use it to forward their agenda, because ultimately this label of terrorism or extremism isn't only for Islamic extremists. It's really for anyone and everyone, whoever the state deems is surplus to requirements. So now they can use this and say, look, you got right wing or so-called white people extremists that need to be checked on, that need to be surveilled, and they're probably gonna roll out the terrorism squads and search up this dude's home and arrest some of his friends or whatever. And like I said, I do remember watching the Sky News live, and one of the witnesses says there were 2 other men that ran. So we'll see how that unfolds. So that's why I believe this is genuine. Just the way it played out, the footage, the way it happened seems genuine. But I could be wrong on that. It could be set up. Either way it's happened. Okay, now what I want to point out is, see these Edomites, look, the us as the Hebrew Israelites, oh, look at that, 144, baby. Us as the Hebrew Israelites, right? One of the main parts of our message is justice. It's judgment towards our enemies, beginning with the so-called white men who are the Edomites, and the other nations, on down, Moab, Ammon, all the nations who have transgressed against us as a people, and against our King Yahushai, and against our super king Yahweh. We teach that, look, there's something that's going to come back to them. We teach that as the so-called white man has done unto us, it's going to return on his own head. And people call us crazy. They say we're evil. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? Just forget about it. That's what, especially these so-called white people, that's what they say. All right? They cast us down. They cast our faith down. The scriptures tell you this. Salakia, I think hay fever's hitting me, man. Early in the morning. It's hot in England right now. And the Lord cursed me with this hay fever thing, man. I never used to have it when I was younger, but as I grew, the poisons got to me, and now I get hay fever every year. Is what it is, though. We're still going to teach this word. Now, this is one of the main scriptures we go to. Ever since I come into this truth, man, I can't say how many times I heard the apostles different brothers, myself, bring out this scripture, because this is part of our faith. This is a paramount, this is a fundamental part of our faith, is judgment on our enemies for what they've did to us, or what they're doing to us, I should say. Revelations 13:9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. The saints are the Israelites, man. And if you want to get more specific, the saints are the elect of Israel who have been made holy again through the faith in Yahushua, through the cleansing of Yahushua, who have been separated unto the Lord through Yahushua again. Because our unclean doings had made us unholy in the sight of our Father. But the saints are the Israelites. It tells you that when you go back into the book of the book of Deuteronomy or Numbers. In fact, the saints refers to the Israelites, man. And it says, who put the saints in slavery? They're going to go into slavery. Who killed the saints? They're going to be killed. And this is our patience, meaning our suffering, because every day when we don't receive that justice, it's like a suffering. Because we have to sit there and watch you devils lording it around the world when you're really criminals. All right, it was Deuteronomy. All right, so it's like a suffering, man. We suffer working for you devils. We suffer talking to you devils. We suffer interacting with you devils in any other way other than punishing you for your general devilry. So that's a form of sufferation. It's a patience. So we patiently are waiting for our Lord to deliver you into our hand, for our Lord to give us power over you, that we may execute the judgments written and put punishments upon the heathen. Revelations 2:26. This is part of the faith. And if the reason why they're not talking about this in the so-called Christian church is because they do not have the faith. They have a plantation Christianity, which is false, a false philosophy, okay? Now, this is Deuteronomy 33:2. And he said, the Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law for them. Now, who was the law given to? Israel. So the Israel are the saints. Yea, he loved the people. All his saints are in thy hand, and they sat down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive thy word. So the saints are the Israelites. Now, we teach that. That's the major part of what we teach here at Great Millstone. Revenge, justice for the acts committed against us, and people cast us down for it. But the so-called white man, as soon as anything happens to him, once something happens to his so-called enemy, they rejoice and call for more. So these people are hypocrites, man. Like with this Muslim thing now, these Edomites have, because their elites have committed these different false flags, which let me refer you to this particular video. Watch this video. You'll find out that the majority of these Islamic extremist terrorist attacks in Europe, in the West, and around the world are really already orchestrated by the secret services of the so-called white man, James Bond and them cunts. Yeah, I said it. By the way, the word cunt goes back to a Latin word, conte. All right. In fact, let me prove that, because a lot of you people, you hear us speak these words like cunt, which, you know, socially right now it's unacceptable, you know, in the higher forms among the higher ups publicly. All right. But we have to understand that we're in a time where your salvation is at stake. You ain't in the time to get all uppity about some words, man. All right, because the majority of the words you claim to be offensive to you are just that. They're just words. All right. And what you'll find is the majority of so-called bad words have a Germanic root, and the most of the like good words are Latin, because the Germans were looked down upon at a certain point in time. But even the word cunt is an actual word. All right. It's from the Middle English cante. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Latin, which means female genitalia. It's a fucking word. Just like the word fuck is a word. It goes back to the German, fricken, which means to strike. All right. People get all emotional, man. The word cunt is no different to the word vagina, man. It's just that vagina is Latin, and that's why it's accepted. Yeah, you'll see vagina has a Latin root, because Latin is the higher language in this man's society. So words which have Latin roots tend to be more used than the same word with the same meaning from a German or a Proto-German root, okay? I just wanted to throw that in there, because you're going to get people get emotional because I call these people cunts, which they are cunts, all right? And if you don't like it, well, you know what, man? This ain't for you, man. This is life or death, all right? Now, you could check this video out, False Flags. They say who seeth us and who knoweth us. And this gentleman, Ollie Demogod, he goes into all the information right there. All right, so first and foremost, these attacks that have happened really aren't done by Muslims or Ishmaelites or Elamites, because the majority of Muslims in the UK are really Elam. They're really Pakistani. You know, because of what? Because of the British Empire and how they ruled over there in Hindustan, which I believe that's what India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh used to be called. If I'm not mistaken. The Hindustan. It might have been Hindustan, but I gotta look it up. Was it Hindustan? There was a name for that particular region before, because Pakistan, you know, it's always good to learn. Pakistan, India, name before partition, which the partition was orchestrated by the so-called white men, the British. Oh, okay, so it was all called India, but there was a region known as Hindustan. So India before, all right, you had India, you had all these Elamites. Now, some of the Elamites had taken onto themselves Islam. Some of the Elamites had retained Hinduism or Jainism as well, because that's another major religion over there. And then in and amongst them, you also got Israelites scattered among them. So you got Israelites in Pakistan, you got Israelites in India, you got Israelites in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, okay? All right, but they were really the people of Elam. Even the Sri Lankans, they're known as Tamil Elam. When you look up the Sri Lankans, I should say, one of their names is Tamil Elam. All right, all right, Tamil Elam. All right. So the reason why you got a whole bunch of Indians and Pakistanis in Britain is that as a direct result of the oppressive regime which occurred in Pakistan and India, and they brought these people back from the empire. So the majority of these Muslims in England are not Arabs. They're not Ishmael. They're Elam. Now, these devils, they blame Elam or these Muslims for these terrorist attacks. And now that this attack has happened on them, they got no remorse. They don't care that these so-called innocent Muslims who had nothing to do with any form of terrorism were run over. Rather, they glory in it and say, look, Muslim eyewitnesses, usually they put their heads in the sand. Terror attack. Nah, mate, this is no terror attack. It's revenge, you cunts. You see? You see how these devils operate? It's okay for them. It's okay for them. But when we teach it according to the Holy Scriptures, it's not okay for us. Wow, how do muzzy bastards like terrorism now? Sniveling crybabies. You see? These devils are happy. They feel justified. What's all the fuss about? They don't give a fuck when we kill our women and children. You see? Esau, the ultimate victim. So he's justified. Deport them. You'll have to just get used to it. It's just part and parcel of living in a big city. These cunts deserve it. But you Edomites don't deserve nothing. Look at this. Karma is a bitch. Well, what about you devils, man? What about you devils, man? Coming on our comment boards crying like a bitch. You can't say that. What about you, man? But now karma is a devil. Now that something's happening to these Muslims, now karma is a devil. You man, you so-called white people are nothing but pieces of shit, man. All right. Hopefully the van is salvageable. Kill them all slowly. Is this Rama van? These are all devils. That's what happened if you let Muslims into your country. They doing so many terror attacks, which it ain't them. It's your own people. All right. So it's simple. One day they will get hit back. Answer. So you can understand it's simple. Well, what about you devils, man? Your terror attacks, man. For the last 500 years on the Israelites and the peoples of the earth. What about you? And your payback? No, you're going to cry. You're going to take our videos down. You can't say that. You guys are evil. You're horrible. You're hateful. You motherfucking devils, man. You fucking devils, man. Bro, just wait till Whitey wakes up. His anger has been passively building for so fucking long. This is going to turn out bad for them dark-skinned folks. Yeah, this man is the devil. He's Cain. Alright? PMSL, what did these animals expect? Enjoy your time here in the UK as it's all going to end one way or another with war on religion. And it ain't got nothing to do with religion. Esau don't give a fuck about religion. Esau's only religion is death. Esau, even if you were to adhere to Esau's so-called religion, Esau will still hate you and find some reason to kill, murder, oppress, and destroy you, man. This man is the devil, man. That's a comment there. For those arrogant fools, you know, that guy, he's trying to defend. Still can't believe he only killed one and injured a few. Unlucky, pal. If we were proper Brits decide to do another one of these, can we go faster into the bigger group of muzzies with a bigger van and get out with a weapon or some sort and kill more like they do? Yo. Oh. You see? Man said it's not a terrorist attack, but just an incident. These devils, man. Yeah, hang on. It's not a terror attack. It's the act of patriots, and there is a huge difference. Having the tables turned and rights as humans disrespected hurts, doesn't it? The very thing white native British people have to put up with for decades. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? You devils are really trying to be the victim after the millions of people you've killed, even in recent years? Really? Yeah, I gotta do it on the Soka level, man. Really? Is it? Oh, man. I mean, you've seen enough, man. You so-called white people, man. You're a hypocritic pieces of shit, man. And you're gonna receive, man. You are gonna receive. You don't want to receive. You like to give. You like to give. Well, guess what, man? In this case, you are gonna receive, man. That's all I got to say, man. I don't want to make this video too long. I've shown the mind of you devils, man. You are a bunch of vengeful cunts. Hateful, vengeful cunts. And you're quick to want to put other people down. But look what you do. Man. Shalom.